Hi, I'm Ape, and it's a little bit of a different video today. I thought I would take a little trip down what some people like to call memory lane, and we're going to be looking at the FNAF fan game I made. I believe it was back in 2020, maybe 2019. I don't recall, but it was in summer of one of those 2 years, and I made it on Scratch. Now, if any of you know what Scratch is, you'll know it's not the most professional thing to be making games on. And you'll also know that means that my game is basically restricted to only being played on the Scratch website and can't really be downloaded. So, basically, it's a Flash game. I wanted to do this for a while, but I think that it was you think of it as like a developer commentary, but 2 years too late. Okay, I'm just gonna start it now. Yeah, that's one thing. All of the art I made using Scratch's paint tool, using my mouse. I have a drawing tablet now, plugged into my PC. But I did not when I made this. In fact, right now, I will flash an image of my most recent drawings of the characters in this game. Boom, there they are. Big improvement. So much better. So, I'm going to bash the art in this a lot, but no offense to past me. It's just how it is. Anyway, I should click the nose, actually. I should start the game. So. Ah!
Hello? Hi. Now, before we get started, I've got to read this short introduction from the...
No, I'm not listening to the phone calls. I hate listening to recordings of my voice. I'm pretty sure the way I did the phone calls is I just grabbed my mic with my fist like this. I don't know if this is working as well right now, but I just did this, and it came out like it came through a phone, so I did that. The art is... it angers me. The two heads, oh, there's some ambiance kicking in. I remember I just was like, I really didn't want to have to draw out the characters each and every single time. So I always did them from like weird camera angles where I'd have to draw as little as possible. Cactus, not that I've shared many of my works with the world yet, but I basically always try and put a potted cactus in there somewhere. It's just a thing. The potted cactus is always somewhere. This game, basically, if you want to sum this up really quick, it's FNAF 1, but not really. So, like, here, look. Turn to the side, right by the door, and the door, I do like how this came out, though. I remember really liking how I did the crosses on the window. I still like it, actually. I still think it looks nice. One thing that I really, really kind of wanted to get down when I was making this was the fear of the unknown. That's kind of hard to do because it's like, oh, we've done FNAF so many times, but I kind of, I used that as an excuse to draw them as little as possible in the cameras. But I also kind of worked it with other ways, like the posters in the back here are intentionally covered up by, the office stuff. So you can kind of see them, but not really. And if you look on the corresponding walls, you can see there's a drawing of Flake, who's going to come by this door. And if you look over here, there's a poster of Max. Oh yeah, in this game, so Max is the mouse character. He's currently the head that I'm circling. And in this game... Oh, okay. Hello. See, look, intentionally done so you can't see. But here's Max. And in this game, he is referred to as Maxime, Maxime, and I can't remember. I think it's like Latin for mouse or something. But then after making the game, I was like, wow, that is really, really dumb. I'm not calling him Maxime. So, basically just name retcon, he's just called Max. I remember, because, again, I was being kinda lazy with these. So when I did this image, I made it all, like, pitch black. And I realized that didn't actually make sense, because when they're closer to the camera, why would it be, darker? Oh god. And I just put in the phone call like, oh yeah, they get really dark when they're by the camera. And it just ended up confusing one of my friends. It was such a not detail. Also, those footstep sounds, I made those literally just by putting my iPad on the floor and then stomping on the carpet next to it. God, is he by the door? No. I won. Loud noises. Yeah, there's the thing. I love, like, being rewarded and an enhanced feeling of progression. So every single night rewards you with a star on the main menu that dangles down like the stars you'd see in-game, or in other FNAF games.
Hello, hello? Hey!
Shut up! I like how you actually have the little phone come up and you're listening through it. I always found it weird in, actual FNAF games, and all kinds of FNAF games, really, where, you're getting the phone call, but there is literally no phone to be seen. So I just thought, you know what, I'll have the little phone pop up when he's calling you. Another thing, hailing back to that previous mention of wanting the feeling of progression. On top of the stars, every single night you beat rewards you with another, I called them office decorations, you'd call the trophies, whatever you want. But if you look here, upon meeting night 1, you get a wonderful little drawing of Flake the Rabbit. And if you click it, it makes paper noises, which I also made by myself. With real paper. That's what I call them. I call them office ornaments. And every single ornament makes a different noise, because why wouldn't it? Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier before the night abruptly ended. I have, like, 2, I call them fake-out rooms. One for Flake, one for Max. And here's Flake's one, here's his fake-out room. Where he'll be right by the door, and then he'll just kind of decide to hang out in this room, and then come out, and then, he'll either go to the door or go to the fake-out room. Max is here, and his fake-out room is this room, which is meant to be the parts and service room, which, as you can see, is absolutely chock full of stuff. Although one thing I didn't really take into account is that when Max is in here, it is so hard to see. That's the laziness coming back to bite in the ass, but yeah, you'll see. There we go. This drawing, I remember, I was so proud of it. And honestly, even now, I still think it looks pretty good. Obviously, I could do much better now. I've got to give me in the past credit where credit is due. It's pretty good. One thing, though, one gameplay, I think like a flaw, I would say, is every single time you close the door on a character and they go away, they go back to the show stage. And that kind of makes things a little, they go down a straight path, right? There's no great level of that good old FNAF RNG to their movement. They go down a straight path. Maybe there's a little bit of a diversion. The only real RNG is a little bit of randomness in their timers depending on their difficulty. That's about it. So each character on each difficulty kind of becomes an easy path to follow, because they'll end up moving at around similar-ish times depending on their difficulty. Another star, another knight, another ornament. So ready to hang up on this guy.
Hello,
Die! Okay, now things get a little more interesting, and by a little, I mean a little. Max moves now, and he goes to the right door. Whoopee! I had a lot of fun making Max's voice. I'll let you listen to the voice lines when we get to that point. Another thing with this game is that it's very easy. The main week, because obviously a week, so there's 7 nights. The main 7 nights are really easy, apart from the last one. But when you know what's going on in the last one, it becomes easy. So, whatever. I do think my favorite part of this game though is the post game. I love the post game. One thing I do want to mention about the art is that the sense of scale is completely broken. Look, like, oh my gosh, I think, yeah, look. So there's like the wall, bottom part of the wall that's like meant to be the same size. Look, here, it's, Blake and Max are like same size-ish. Here, there is like above his knees. I'd say this is like a good representation of the height. Here, look, he's huge, and look, he's huge. He's like up here in terms of height. The drawings are tiny, or did he go in the fake out room? No, he went to the corner. Yeah, there's another thing, right? Look at the scale. The scale is screwed. He's huge here. Oh my god, did he come here? Yep, okay, he's there. And Max should be here in a second. Oh yeah, there's one thing. If you open the door while a character is stood by it, it's not like FNAF where it's a little more forgiving. If you open the door, they just instantly get in. But as I rudely talked over, you heard Max, he speaks to you when he gets to the door and when he leaves. And I did that because I did, death voice lines. You will get to hear those. But I did the death voice lines for each character. And I had so much fun making Max's that I just had to make more. So I decided to give him some when he arrives and leaves. And that actually ended up... I saw some absolute insane person ended up beating the nightmare mode of this game. I don't know if anyone else has. If you have, then be honest. But someone, they finished the hardest night. Well, not the hardest night, but the hardest challenge in the game. And I was like, what? And they said, I remember they saw like this. They said their strategy. And they said, the only 2 cameras you use are the corner cams, which, that makes sense. That's what I was doing, right? You just use these. But they just listened for Max, and I didn't even think that, of course, you could use that to your advantage. I just threw that. One thing I'm a little kind of feel foolish about is this plushie almost becomes an obstruction. Not really. Just like, it's a little bit in front of the cameras, but now you can't see Flake's pupil when he's there. When Max is there, it just kind of sort of gets in the way. And I think especially when he's in here, I think the toy makes it really hard to see when he's in here. Which again, oopsie, my bad. And there's another star. You might notice by this point, I don't know if you will, but these stars are going on in rainbow order. I don't know why. I just really like... I love rainbows. I love pretty colors. I love pretty colors. They make me go wee. So I just like each star is a rainbow, and obviously I don't know if you've really even thought about it, but weird, huh? New game button's red, or continues button's like a weird orangey kind of color. But when the other buttons get here, they'll be yellow, green, and blue because I felt like it. Oh yeah, this was the bit where he has a drink down the phone. That was definitely not copied from Pop Goes. Definitely not. Also, here's the next ornament. Another drawing behind the main one. And I even went through the trouble of making an entire different set of paper sounds for clicking this one, because I'm just that awesome. Oh, he's in the fake out room. Yeah, see, look, you see what I mean? That's him. You can barely tell he's there. Very early on, when I was kind of into making my own FNAF fan game, I didn't, I hadn't really even thought, I'll make it in Scratch. This was when I was a lot younger, I'd argue, like very early teens, when fan games got big. Things like Candies, things like Pop Goes. And I was like, man, I like those. What if I made one? And I got really good. And here's the thing. I got really, really good at making FNAF characters in Minecraft. But it was like with the proportions of like the skins. And I think I built, at the time anyway, this was about when we were at Sister Location. But at that point, I had built every single character in Minecraft. And I had started to make the maps. Like I made FNAF 1, I made FNAF 2. I made a really weird FNAF 3 that didn't make any sense at all. I made a FNAF 4 that was really easy to comprehend because it's FNAF 4. I went to make a Sister Location, but gave up because it's Sister Location. And at some point down the line, I was like, man, what if me make one of those? Haha. So I did. I old characters that I'm not using for FNAF. I made my own FNAF characters in Minecraft, made my own map. It's completely changed over time. And it was a trilogy. And it was a trilogy, right? Here's the thing. Before this game, before Tommy's... Oh, the night ended. I've been rambling, huh? But before the Tommy's games, there were 3 previous FNAF games that I'd made on Scratch, based off of these ones that I'd made in Minecraft. They are all deleted now, and I kind of wish I didn't delete them, because I would love to go back to them and look at them. Because the first one was atrocious, but the other 2 honestly weren't that bad, and I kind of actually enjoyed them a lot, even now. But I really wish I didn't delete them. I'm so sad that I did. But yeah, I kind of repurposed some of the old characters I made there into something new, and I started fresh with Tommy's. And I have not made them in Minecraft. Actually, yes, I have. And I have all the lore figured out, right? This is the one game of 4. Not that I'm gonna make the rest on Scratch, hell no. But I have the whole lore figured out in my head. So, who knows, maybe one day I will definitely start off by remastering this game with better art, better code, and an actual game engine. But, yeah, one day I will certainly be doing that. So, I believe, yeah, okay, it's Friday. Man, this is going a lot faster than I thought. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up! Come on.
Hello?
Ah, gotcha. Okay, we have the toy now. And here, Tommy is out to play. Pardon me. Tommy is an interesting one. I had a really hard time trying to explain how Tommy worked on the phone. But, while staying in character, not saying, oh, blah, 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 here's the game mechanic. It had to, stay in character on the phone, go like, oh, he acts weird, and like, if he's doing this, the dig. The dig? Yeah, new saying. But basically how Tommy works is like Freddy, but he can go to either door, in a way. He can either go down here or down here. And it's basically just, you shut the door on him one step before. He doesn't show up on the door light. He just shows up in the camera corner, right? Shows up in this camera, shows up in this camera, and when he shows up in those cameras, you shut the door on him there. You'll see. So he's gone. No, that was Flake. No, Tommy is there. So when Tommy gets to this camera, you shut the door on him then. A bit like Freddy from FNAF 1. But of course, he can go down either door. I think because this isn't like number difficulties. This is easy, normal, hard, very hard. I think I want to say Flake is on hard right now. Max is on normal, and Tommy is on easy. I don't see it. Tommy's there now. I shut the door on him. Now I shut the door. Gotta be aware of Flake. See, now this is the point. It takes this game has a really, really slow start, but once you reach Friday, honestly, I would argue that this gets pretty fun. Okay, Tommy's gone. Flake is there. Oh, by the way, I was a little too generous with the power in this game, because you see, I'll be honest with you. I'm not very good at FNAF. I'm rather quite very not good at FNAF. So this game is made to be easy enough for me to beat it, at least the main nights anyway. So that means this game is very easy, and there's a lot. I changed the amount of power consumption in some update because I just thought that it was a little too easy. Obviously, if you shut both doors, then you're guaranteed to lose because, you know, there's still, you know, enough power consumption to kill you over that. But from the start of the night, if you just shut them both instantly, it would kill you after 2 hours or 2 in-game hours. And that's a little long, I think. The nights as well. I think, yeah, every single night is the same length of time as a UCN night. And I don't remember how long UCN nights are. They're like 4 minutes 30? Yeah, so each night is 4 minute 30. Which I think, honestly, is a perfect time, really. Alright, there you go. We're at 5 stars now. Honk, honk, honk. Beat you, loser. The pizza! I forgot you get the pizza for beating the Friday. Yes, the pizza!
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
This is your boss, Phil Clarkson speaking.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, the whole thing is there. So that was your boss, Phil Clarkson. And he's thanking you for, you know, doing overtime, because you're on the weekend. You're not meant to be working on the weekend, but they need you on, like, an overtime thing. So he's like, thank you. And that voice, I hate it. I hate it. That is not his voice. That will never be his voice. I'm going to change Phil Clarkson's voice. It's just my voice speaking fancy, but slowed down. Anyway, rant over. What I really want to talk about is the pizza. I remember, obviously my friends played this and they got the pizza, and they were just grossed out by the sounds. And you know what's so awesome about the sounds? How gross and weird they are? That is not... These sounds are completely unedited. Me just going in the mic. There was no editing. I just went... Those sounds are... It's just me. And I think the pizza is one of the awesomest things in this entire video game. Yeah, there's one thing. Obviously, you know, the power drainage is pretty safe. But as soon as you're using 2 things, 2 doors shut, door and a light, or, or mainly in that situation, 2 doors shut, your power goes down. Like, down, 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 down. Where's Tommy? Oh, I just had a moment. I realized I wasn't keeping track of Tommy. Oh my god. He's even closer. What the heck? He's so close. And it's about to turn to 6 a.m. Right about... now. Oh. Oh yeah. I forgot. I completely forgot about this paycheck fake ending for just beating Saturday and then not doing Sunday because you're weird. One thing is I want to point out. This is really funny, right? There's a typo. $140 dollars. Dollars. And I think that's really funny. And if I do remake this game, I'm going to put the typo in again on purpose this time because I think that's really funny. Anyway, Sunday. Bonus shift. This is the best night of the story mode, by the way. So, oh yeah, metal. I forgot that you did it, metal. Now, this is my favorite night. That phone call, obviously, you know, it's just a rehash. Well, no, it's just, you know, what FNAF 1 did. But I think, here's the thing. There is something that happens in this night. Obviously, if you played this game, you'll know that there is something that happens in this night. Holy crap, he is so fast right now. Holy crap. And getting my friends to play this night, and there it is. And that is why this is the best night. Because that was Shadow Flake. And he's here. And Shadow Flake is single-handedly the best thing about this game. I think the whole thing that I wanted to try and nail with this game is the fear of the unknown. And he takes the fear of the unknown and turns it into pure panic. Because when I got my friends to play this, you know, they had no idea what was going to happen in this final night. You know, it starts off pretty normal with all the characters just being extra aggressive. But then all of a sudden this loud, jarring, horrible noise. Oh, I love it, I love it. Loud, horrible, jarring noise. And it genuinely, my friends, right, it actually freaked them out. And they're not soft, you know? It's not like, ooh, they get scared at everything. No. We're FNAF fans. You know, FNAF just borderline isn't really scary anymore. Let's be honest with ourselves. But Shadow Flake actually got a reaction out of them. One of them didn't want to keep playing because he scared him too much. And I'm not joking about that. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of how I did Shadow Flake. In this crappy little poorly drawn scratch game, I actually managed to scare people, and I'm so proud of that. Where's Tommy? There. I think what helps in Shadow Flake's case is this is a pretty quiet game. This is a pretty pretty quiet game in like during just kind of the general gameplay. So when that loud, garbled, horrible noise starts playing, it is so jarring. So jarring. What the? Oh. I don't know, man. I don't know how else to say it. I love, love, love how Shadow Flake came out. Okay, finally he showed up at the other door. Here he shows up in the doorway, but I'm not going to open the door to show you that sprite because that would be foolish of me. Also, he's gone. Where's Tommy? Where's Tommy? There's Tommy. Where's there, Tommy? At this point, is like this night is such a good night. I think the difficulty. Oh, where's Tommy? Okay. I think the difficulty kind of goes up a bit. I honestly, this game is, not the highest thing in the world, but I do think that it is like, you would probably end up dying on this night at least once. One of my friends who's like, typically really good at these actually died on Saturday, interestingly enough. So, obviously he kept playing, but it was weird because, oh, I won. Okay, now for the actual end. In case the weird voice effects were too hard to understand him, that was Shadow Flake saying to the player, "Congratulations, you've doomed the future." So, take that how you will. It's got a fancy, tasty, brand new, cool white star. We have all the other buttons too. And you get to see... I'm going to throw up an image of Flake that I drew some time ago. And you can just, come to your own conclusion about how that's changed. In fact, and you know what? Actually, hey, me editing, you. Put, like, the drawings of these characters next to them as they show up. Because I just want to stress the point about how much better I've gotten at this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, baby. And then you can barely see him. Oh, is it somewhere on the wrong side? No, it's on the right side. It just looks really weird. One thing I did... Oh, God. Sorry. I'm just cringing at this old art. But one thing that I do really like is how Tommy is actually partially withered. Eye missing, part of his head's come off, part of his jaw. Just general tears on his torso. On his leg, missing a foot. And you don't know that until you look at the extras menu. I think that's really interesting. Jump scares. And there you go, those are the jump scares. I was actually pretty proud of those when I made them. Apart from Tommy's, because it's kind of bad. Voices, yeah. So, death voice lines. We'll do Max first, because, you've already heard him. I'm gonna shut up so you can listen to these. In case you can't, yeah, for some of these are a bit weird, so in case you can't tell what I'm saying, I'll just repeat what he says. So that was, we're gonna have so much fun, you and I. I am the victor, now I shall claim my prize. You can see, I hope you can see how much fun I had making this guy's voice. It was so fun to do. If only you could see the look on your face. That's him announcing that he's here. That's him announcing that he can smell your fear. That's him announcing laughter. That's him announcing that you're no fun.
Did I scare you?
Did I scare you? I think you can understand Flake. Someone gotta repeat Flake. You can understand him.
I must have slipped. Oh, come on. I wasn't trying that hard.
I always hated how I did the laugh at the end of that third one because it sounded really fake. Obviously they're not real laughs, but you get the point. I haven't done these guys' voices in a while. I'm still gonna voice them whenever I end up doing this, but... Huh. Maybe I should try and doing them again. With less effects, because, I'll be honest with you, I don't need that many effects.
You must die, so that we may live.
That was, you must die so that we may leave.
I did not want to kill you, but I had.
That was, I did not want to kill you, but I had to.
You are broken, like me.
You are broken like me. And that third one has no story significance at all. That was just a weird one I threw in there because I needed a third voice line for Tommy. I promise, he's an interesting character, I just didn't know what else to put. That was, I am the future, I am pain, which in retrospect is a very edgy voice line, and I will not be reusing those words. Your survival will doom them, and honestly, in retrospect, the voices really ruin this one, because it just sounds like he's going... That was, trust me, your death is necessary. Now, BTS, which is, you know, behind the scenes, but obviously, you know, a certain kind of, sort of band kind of ruined that, thing. Yeah, Endless Mode. I love Endless Mode, but we're not gonna get into that. Custom Night. Custom Night's pretty cool. Extra 4 characters. These 4 guys are also in, the Endless Mode. And instead of calling them challenges, I called them dares. I don't know why I decided to call them dares instead of challenges, but honestly, I kind of prefer it. I like them being called dares. Has a nicer ring to it. Well, I suppose that wraps up about, you know, most of the, Oh, I forgot about this. So obviously you hover your mouse over them and it tells you, you know, what you need to do to stop them. But then I forgot the harder it gets. And it tells you what happens when the... You know, you change the difficulty, the harder it gets, appears more, less door patience. That's right, less door patience, right, yeah. So they get in faster, you know, less time to shut the door. That's right, the door patience. It's the, like, they stand at the door longer and get in faster. So it's the same thing with these guys. Yeah, appears more, solidifies faster. Yeah, because he kind of materializes in. Appears more, less door patience. Or, you know, moves faster, appears more, higher chance of troll. Yeah, if you want to read these little things again, I'm not stopping you. I will not be playing any of the custom night extras, nor will I be playing the endless mode in this video. If you really want to play this, if you know, you like what you see and you want to give this whole thing a try, then I'll leave it to you to go and play and do that stuff on your own. I will say, oh yeah, I will quickly show the office ornament for beating Sunday, because there's an ornament in the office for beating Sunday. There it is. Shadowflake plush. But yeah, I will leave off by saying thank you for watching if you're here. I don't suppose anyone would be, because, you know, not like my videos do very well to begin with. But for those of you who are interested and here right now listening to me ramble, thank you. To those of you who are going to go out and play this for yourself, I will say there are awards to be earned for playing the Endless mode. There's another office ornament to be getting in the office, and you will unlock a new difficulty level in Custom Night for surviving 12 minutes in the Endless mode. And on top of that, if you are insane enough to try Nightmare mode, I will say there is quite possibly the best office ornament I've ever put in this game to be in store for you for beating this game's Nightmare mode, and a fancy little star on the main menu. So, have fun, have a nice day, have a nice afternoon, have a nice sleep, have a have